All right, shalom, shalom. I'm going to start out this video by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops, a great millstone that rule well and teach well while learning truth 100% according to the Bible. Also want to say shalom to the elect, the 144,000 men, prophets, the servants scattered abroad the four winds of the earth. And shalom to you, Akwaf, which are you sisters that are sincere, your children, shalom. And in today's video is going to be titled, The MOTB is Coming Soon. And it's going to be building off of this article that I have here. As you can see from the title, it says, Gates-funded World Bank projects seek to connect digital ID with fast payment systems, you see? And as it tells you in 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, and I'm actually grabbed that, but in the Good News translation. And it says, right, bear with me. It said, in order to keep Satan, right, meaning our adversary, these devils, right, from getting the upper hand over us, right, which is deceiving us, us falling victim to his schemes, right? For we know what his plans are, you see, and we know through prophecy that, the MOTB hip ultimately is going to come to pass, man. You see, that's a major part of prophecy, and we know it's going to come very soon. And that's what all of these roads are ultimately leading to. You see, even they're trying to merge everything together. And we know they're going to do it because Yahweh Bashim Yahushua words will not return unto him void, as it says in Isaiah 55:11. So we know that ultimately, there will be a MOTB CHIP mandate soon, man. And everything in which the world is pushing towards is going in that direction, man. You see? So I'm going to read into this article, right? It says, the public-private financial revolution requires every person to have a digital identity, you see, so they can be tracked, traced, and connected to a programmable digital currency, the perspective, you see. With financial backing from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation devils, the World Bank is looking to connect digital ID with fast payment systems, you see, in an effort to make digital public infrastructure, right, more seamless and interoperable. Right, DPI is a civic technology stack consisting of three main components: digital identity schemes, fast payment systems, including programmable digital currencies, and massive data exchanges between public and private entities, you see. On August the 5th, 2025, the World Bank Group published how interoperable digital public infrastructure can transform fast payments, in which the authors argued that connecting payment systems to identity and data platforms allows providers to strengthen trust, reduce costs, right, and serve more users through simpler, faster processes, right? It says, with that belief, the author, whom both previously worked for Visa, called for the creation of two new foundational services and capabilities: the payments identity credential, right, the PIC, and the trusted access and credentialing hub, right, TAC, that when connected would allow for seamless onboarding, secure transactions, and flexible data exchange while adapting to a variety of country contexts and existing infrastructures, bringing together digital identity, fast payments, and consent-based data exchange into a coherent and tolerable infrastructure benefits everyone, you see. So, like I said, we kind of got a gist of what it says from the little bit of the article I did read, you see. And like I said before, all of these things are moving in the direction of, the MOTB, man, that digital system, you see. And we know that it's going to come. It's only a matter of time, man, you see. So I'm actually grab this precept as well, because the prophecies are speaking loud and clear, man. You can literally tell that we're in that time and season where all of these things that the men of the Lord have been prophesying about, starting off with the elder apostles and the elder bishops, a great millstone, and the men on down teaching the same 100% truth according to the Bible, that these things are coming to pass now, man. You see, it's no longer denying it. You see, a lot of you people out there that don't believe that the MOTB is the micro C-hip, the RFID chip, you people are about to be, shocked soon come, man, because you people are about to get a rude awakening, man, because the Lord is about to allow this thing to come to fruition. You see, as it tells you right there, this is Habakkuk chapter 2. And I'm starting verse 3. I'm going to read it in the KJV. It says, for the vision, meaning the prophecies, is yet for an appointed time, you see, that the Heavenly Father have ultimately set. But at the end, it shall speak, right? Because we're at the end of an eon or an age. We're coming to the end of Esau, even the so-called white man being in power, you see, and not lie, right? So it's going to come to pass. You know, even though it looks like it's not gonna and it takes its time, you see, you just got to wait on it because eventually, hey, it's going to come to pass because it's impossible for the Heavenly Father to lie, man. You see, his words are going to come to pass, man. You see, though it tarry, wait for it because it will surely come. It will not tarry, you see. And we're in that phase now where these prophecies are no longer tarrying. You see that we're starting to see all of these things manifest. You see they're starting to come to pass. You see everything that you see in the media, the news, in the direction that all of these different countries worldwide are headed in. It's all symbolizing that, hey, the MOTB is about to hit the scene soon, man. Right? And then you got America's economy is constantly collapsing. These tariffs that DJT put on all of these other nations is weakening the American dollar, which we know all of that is being done by design. Because like I said, this chip is going to come to pass. But in order for them to bring in the C-HIP, they have to ultimately do away with cash, man, which is going to come to an end very soon, man. And that's what everything is moving in the direction of, right? So I'm going to get back into this article and we're going to read some more, right? But as you can see, it says, bring it together, digital identity, fast payments, and consent-based data exchange into a coherent and tolerable infrastructure benefits everyone. You see, that's how they going to say it, right? That's how this devil operates, man. He's going to make people believe in their mind that this is something that you can't go without, you see. He's going to make you believe that, you know, ultimately this is something that you ultimately want to get. You see, he's going to present it like it's something good, you see. What does it say in Psalms 55? I'm going to grab that real quick. Verse 21. It says, the words of his mouth will smoother than butter, man. You see, because in this devil's mind, he speaks with a forked tongue. So, you know, he's ultimately going to make people believe that taking this charagma is going to be the best thing you could do. You see, he's going to make you think that it's good for you, you know. And a lot of people, they're going to believe the lies of this devil and they're going to take his device. You see, you're going to have a lot of people that's going to take that C-HIP, man. You see, especially when people understand that you can't buy or sell unless you have it. A lot of people are going to conform quickly, man. Right. And we just pray, Abaratazah, that we're the Lord's elect, that we ultimately make it through this hour of temptation, because that's why it's called the hour of temptation, because you won't be able to literally do anything without this device soon come. You know, that's why it's going to really take having trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man, to ultimately, you know, get you through these tough times that we're about to come into. But we know the Lord is going to be with his elect. You see, so it says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but what was in his heart? You see, because even though he's going to promote this device and make people believe in their mind that this is the right way to go and that it's going to benefit you, ultimately the devil is bringing forth this device to have full control over you. You see, that's what it's about. So even though he's speaking smoothly and trying to make people believe in their minds that this is the right direction to go in, guess what? It's all about control. You see, this man is the devil. It says his words were softer than oil, right? Yet were they drawing swords, because he always got a hidden agenda, man. This man isn't sincere. You see, he may speak in a way that you may think he's sincere, but in the overall scheme of things, he's trying to screw you over. That's just how this man is, you see. They tell you that this man devises iniquity upon his bed. You see, Micah 2:1. So you can't really trust this man at all, you see. But like I was saying, you're going to have a lot of people that's going to take that device, man. Right. A lot of people is going to be lining up to get C-HIP real soon. A lot of you foolish Americans, man, you Babylonians, a lot of you people are going to be trusting in this man. You see, when this dollar collapse, which is going to come soon, a lot of people are going to be lining up in lines, man, to get C-HIP'd. Right. And like I said, we just pray and hope, Abaratazah, that we're the Lord's remnant, that, you know, he has mercy upon us and that we don't take this device, you see, because like I said, it's only a matter of time, man. This thing is coming. You see, it's no more denying it. You can see it clear as day. And if you can't see it, then that just means Yahweh Bashim Yahushua ain't dealing with you, man. Because, I mean, it's right there. You see the writing is on the wall, you know. So, yeah, I'm going to grab another precept because, like I said, this is what's coming, man. Right. And we all know that, you know, if you don't take this device, you know, it can be punishable by death, man. Because I was just watching one of Apostle Tahar's video that he actually just did on the MOTB C-HIP. You see, and that's kind of what, you know, made me make this video through the spirit. But, you know, this is the time of season we're coming into, man. And this was about to, you know, be mandated, you know. And like I said, some of us brothers and sisters, like the Apostle Tahar said in this video, you got to prepare your mind for death. You see, because some of us are going to be put to death, man, for those hopeful elect brothers and sisters that don't take this device, that don't conform to this system. You see, you got to already have it in your mind that you're going to get thrown in prison. Some of us are going to be beheaded. You see, a lot of us are going to be persecuted. You see, all of these things are about to happen. You see, and we see that we're getting closer to that time. And I'm actually go to that. You see, this is Revelations, right? Chapter 2. I'm going to start at verse 10 in the KJV. And it says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. You see, this is red letter. The Lord Yahushua speaking, who the world England calls Jesus Christ. The Lord told us to fear none of those things which we shall suffer. Because like I said, some of us are going to go through being beheaded. Some of us are going to find ourselves, in situations where, hey, we're just going to have to bear it. We're just going to have to deal with whatever comes our way. But we know that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to be with us. We know that through faith. You see, and we pray and hope, Abaratazah, that, like I said, we're of his remnant, that we make it through this hour of temptation, man. Because like I said, you got a lot of people saying now that, oh, I'm not going to take the chip. But how do you know? You don't know if you're the Lord's remnant, man. You see, that's why we try to be sincere as we possibly can and remain humble, man. Because like I said, we want to make it through this time because we don't know if we're going to make it through. But we pray and hope that the Lord has mercy on us, man. That's what it's all about. The Lord having mercy. You see, but I'm going to finish reading. It says, behold, the devil, right? The deceiver, the slanderer, the accuser. You see, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, these rich elite banking families, right? Shall cast some of you into prison, right? Those going into these concentration camps that you see them setting up all throughout the U.S. that's being funded by FEMA and ICE and etc., right? Why do you think they building these camps? It's no coincidence that you got all of this stuff happening behind the scenes. Trump just signed the Genius Act, which is moving the United States in the direction of a cashless society. Now you got him funding ICE and FEMA with so much money, and they're building all of these detention centers throughout the U.S. You see, all of these things are being done by design because, like I said, they going to bring that chip, man. It's only a matter of time. I wouldn't even be surprised, me just speaking ignorantly as a man, but I wouldn't even be surprised if it come this year. That's what I really believe through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. I could be wrong, but I'm just speaking, you see, ignorantly. But I believe it's going to come this year because everything is literally pointing at it, man, right? We don't have that much long in this place, right? This place is getting ready to go down, man, right? It says that you may be tried, which means being tested because this is going to be a test. You see, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to test us, but his elect is going to overcome these tests, right? Through Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It said, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days, which just goes into a period of time. You see, you might be in there a day, you might be in there a week. You see, you might be in there an hour. You see, we don't know at the end of the day, It says, be thou faithful unto death, right? Because like I said, some of us are going to be put to death for not taking this device. That's what the Elder Apostle Tahar was just saying in his video I watched. You see that some of us, you got to prepare your mind for that, man. That's why the beloved Apostle Gabar always go into on knowing what you're involved in. Because like I said, man, some of us are going to die. That just is what it is. That's why you can't love your life and you can't love the things that are in this world. Because if you got attachments and you love the things that are of this world, then when this moment comes, a lot of people going to bag out. Fear going to kick in. All type of different things, man. And we just pray, Abaratazah, the Lord doesn't put that spirit on us, man, that we're able to go through whatever we ultimately may have to face, even if it means being put to death. You see, because it said, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. And I'm actually go to another precept real quick, right? Because we're not supposed to fear anything, man. You see, this is St. Matthew chapter 10, and I'm going to start at verse 28. In the KJV, it says, and fear not them, right? You don't supposed to fear this devil, man. When he does come in with this device and he does start persecuting the men and women of the Lord and he start doing certain things, you see, when this device is made mandatory, because like I said, it's coming. We're not supposed to fear anything this man can do, right? And fear not them which kill the body, because like I said, they can only kill the flesh. This meat suit that we're in, you see these chains of darkness, these bodies. That's the only thing that this man can ultimately kill. You see, he can't kill the spirit. You see, he can't kill the soul. Only thing he can do is ultimately just kill our flesh. And we know that ultimately, as it tells you in the scriptures, that to be out of the body is to be present with the Lord, roughly paraphrasing it. So we know where we go after we die. You see, ain't no such thing as hell and all of this other madness that this man has ultimately taught you people, man. We know where we go after we perish. And we know that ultimately those that give up their life for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that they're going to be rose up first into the chariots. It tells you that in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 16. All right. So it says, and fear not them which kill the body, but are not able, right, to kill the soul, man. You see, but rather fear him, right? We supposed to fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushua rather than man. You see, which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell, which that's talking about a condition played out on earth. You see, the Lord is in control of your soul, man. Your spirit, he can do whatever he wants to do to it. You see, that's why we fear the Lord, man. We're not going to fear this devil when he does come in, because we know that he's going to come, right? But I'm going to go to another precept, because like I was saying, you know, some of us brothers and sisters are going to be beheaded. And that's what we got to prepare our minds for. Because like I said, this time is coming soon, man. This ain't going to be 5, 10, 20, 30 years from now, like a lot of people like to believe in their mind. Like I said, me speaking ignorantly, these things are about to happen this year, man. Approximately 2026, but it's coming, right? It's only a matter of time, man, right? And that's why we get ourselves right now, you know. Revelation chapter 20, verse 4, it says, and I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, right? And judgment was given unto them, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded, right? The men that's not going to take that charagma, and a few women, right? For the witness of Yahushua, and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, right? This system, neither his image, right? Neither had received his charagma, right? Upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach Yahushua 1,000 years, which is eternity. You see, because like I said before, there's going to be a reward for those brothers and sisters that ultimately don't take that mark, that gives up their lives, man. You see, the Lord is going to be with you, man. You see, he's going to, even through the temptation, the Lord is going to give you a way to escape it. And you got to know that. Like I said, you might get beheaded, be under the guillotine, and you know, you might not even feel it. It might just be that quick, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua might put the spirit on you where you're not even able to feel the pain. You see, it might just be, you see, that quick at the snap of a finger, man. And you got to believe this, all right? But like I was saying, I'm going to grab that precept as well since I brought it out earlier. Because like I said, you brothers and sisters, you see, even myself approximately, I don't know what my lot consists of. I can be one of those ones that, you know, get put to death, you know. And if that's the case, then, hey, so be it. And this got to be our mindset for us hopeful, like brothers and sisters, that whatever may come our way in these times, that, hey, we got to endure it. It is what it is, right? What we got in this place anyway? Nothing, you know. And we know, as it tells you in the book of Psalms, there's nothing more precious than the death of the Lord's saints, right? Roughly paraphrasing it. But I'm going to actually get that precept in Thessalonians, right? This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. Because like I said, those that ultimately give their lives up for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that don't take that charagma, you're going to be beamed up first when the Lord returns in the chariots. It says, for the Lord, right, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, you see, with the voice of the archangel and with the trump of the living power, and the dead in Hamashiach Yahushua shall rise first. You see, talking about those brothers and sisters that gave up their lives for not taking that charagma, man. You see, they're going to be beamed up first into the chariots. You see, and we also know there are certain brothers and sisters as well that's not going to taste the death, because the Lord is going to lift up that standard when this devil comes. So the Lord is going to bless certain men with spiritual power to be able to protect themselves from everything this devil is going to come with soon come, you see. And I'm actually go to that. That's what that is. Let me grab that. What that, Matthew 16 and 28? Yep. It says, verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste the death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. Like I said, you got brothers of the elect, you see, and a few sisters, they're not going to take the mark, and they're not going to ultimately taste the death, man. They're going to ultimately live to see the return of the Lord Yahushua coming to this place in the chariots. You see, cracking open the sky, coming down from the fourth dimension. A lot of brothers is going to see that, and they're going to be, we know that. But like I said, as I was just reading, those that have died for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, they're going to raise up first, right? As it tells you, and those left behind, which are the brothers and sisters that did not taste the death, they're going to be beamed up afterwards, right? As it tells you right here, this is verse 17. Then we which are alive, right? Because certain brothers and sisters are not going to taste the death, and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds, being beamed up to meet the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua in the air. And so shall we ever be with the Lord, man. You see, and that's what we want to receive. So guess what? In order for us to receive that on the first go around, we know we got to be of the Lord's remnant. And we know we got to overcome this temptation. We got to overcome this time and season that we're about to step into. We know we got to not take that device, man. Even if it means death, right? We can't take that device, right? So I'm going to grab this other precept that I have. Bear with me. Because like I said, this is what's coming, brothers and sisters, and we got to constantly prepare ourselves for this, because it's only a matter of time. Right? This stuff ain't going to be long from now, man. Like I said, these things can happen this year. And honestly, we should want it to happen this year so we can hurry up and get the hell out of here. You see that? Us hopeful like brothers and sisters, we're hastening the day, man, to get out of this place. So we should want this trip to hurry up and come. You see? Which I'm pretty sure a lot of you brothers and sisters are in that mindset. You see? All right. But yeah, I'm going to grab Revelation 13-16. It says, and he, right, talking about the elite banking families, man, the one who Yahweh Shah put on their spirit to come with this device, because we know this is all the will of the Lord, but he put the spirit on these devils to bring forth this device. Because like I said, it's a time of testing. And only those that are going to overcome this test are the Lord's elect. It said, and he calls it all, because this is going to come upon the whole world, man, not just America, not just Russia, China, etc. It's going to be everywhere, man, right? This is going to be the new system. You see, these devils are trying to establish their enterprise, man, that new world order, right? It says, and he calls it all, both small and great, right? Rich and poor. So it doesn't matter your social status. It doesn't matter if you're homeless. It doesn't matter if you got so-called money. None of that is going to matter in this time. Everybody is going to be deemed on the same level, being equal, man, right? Free and bond, people in prison, people that are walking around every day doing what they're doing to receive a mark, right? Which is the charagma. Which when you go into that word, it means like a stamp or imprint, like I said, because they're going to take the karax, which is the needle, and they're going to insert a device the size of a grain of rice in your left hand or in your right hand. Because we know when it's talking about your right hand, that just means your power hand. Because you got people that are left-handed going to receive it in the left. You got people that's right-handed going to receive it in the right. And you got people with neurological disorders, like you see Elon Musk doing with the Neuralink brain chip. They're going to receive it in their heads, right? So it's going like that. In their right hand or in their foreheads, you see? And like I said, this is what's going to make a lot of people take it, right? Verse 17, and that no man or woman might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And you see, then that's why we can't have no attachments to this world. Because if we got attachments to this world, which a lot of people, they do, you see, you don't want to have no attachments to this place, man. Because you don't want anything ultimately to make you take this device, man. You don't want to allow your flesh to rule over you in this day that's coming. You see, you want to be fully persuaded in your mind that, hey, whatever we got to suffer or whatever come our way for not taking this device, I'm willing to go through it. You see, that's the spirit that we pray for the Lord to give us, right? But like I said, a lot of people going to take that device just because they love the world. You see, that's why it tells you in 1 John. I'm going to grab that. Chapter 2, and I'm going to start at verse 15, right? It says, love not the world, right? You're not supposed to love this place, man. You see? And that's all of us hopeful elect brothers and sisters mindset, man. Those that are sincere. You see, this place is through. You see, what is there in this place that you proximately could want? You see, nothing, man. You see, everything in this place is corrupted. It's all wicked. Everything in this place is collapsing, going down, you see? So, I mean, it ain't really nothing in this place that you could possibly want, man. You see? So we don't love this place, man. We're ready for this place to be destroyed and to go out. It says, neither the things that are in the world, you see? Don't be caught up in your cares and the affairs of your life, man. Don't be caught up in no job. Don't be caught up with what your wife do and what your kids talking about. You see, don't be caught up with he say, she say stuff, man. You see, things that don't matter. You see, don't be caught up with the Joneses and the Smiths and everything that's happening in the world that the people of the world mind is primarily focused upon. We not supposed to be in that spirit. You see, for us hopeful elect brothers and sisters, it says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him, you see? And that's what's going to make a lot of people take that device. Because like I said, they love the world. You see? Verse 16, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, you see, chasing after money, all of this different stuff that Jake and Eve mind is, you see, focusing on, right? It says, and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world, man. You see, all of that stuff is of the world. You see? And this is 1 John chapter 2, verse 17. It said, and the world, talking about this eon, this age, right, this current rulership that's being ran by the wicked, passeth away, man, because you see this place is going to be destroyed very soon, man. You see, by ICBM nuclear fire. That's what Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to do to America. This place is going to be destroyed, man. And anybody that ultimately take that device, you're going to be destroyed right along with this place, man. You see, that's why we don't want to take it. You see, Abarat Azar, wear that number because, we know what's going to be the penalty for the people that take that device. You see, it's going to be over for you, man. Right? It says, and the lust thereof, right? But he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. And that's what we want to do to the end. Do the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You see, we don't want to do anything that we know Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is not going to like or appreciate or accept, you see. And we know that if you take that device, man, it's over for you, man. You can't do anything to try to get on good sides with the Lord. You take that device, man, you're going to be destroyed. That just is what it is, right? Automatically destruction, right? So bear with me. We're going to get back into this article, right? We're going to read just a little bit more of it, right? So bear with me. 144 call Halayim La Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua. All right. Bear with me. Pull back up this article real fast. All right. All right, let me see. All right. It said, digital identity and fast payment systems each hold immense power to transform financial access. On their own, they enable greater reach, lower costs, and real-time convenience. Right? Like I said, they're going to make it seem like it's something you want to take. They're going to make people's minds. It's gradualism, man. That's what they're doing. They're gradually, and I'm going to look at that word. They gradually getting people's minds prepared for this new system. You see, and a lot of people, they're going to take it because, like I said, these people love technology. Their whole life is surrounded around the internet and this social media age and all of that. So, to make these people be closer in this, to get closer in this society or they're going to merge themselves with the internet, man. These people are going to take that device. That's basically what I'm trying to say. A lot of these people, right? But this is the definition of the word gradualism on the AI overview on Google. And it said a policy of gradual reform rather than sudden change or revolution, you see, because ultimately they're not just going to force it on people because they know people won't accept it, but they do it in small little increments, you see, by, how back in the day, everybody used to use cash. Now everybody use credit cards. Now everybody using touch and pay where they just scan their phone and go about their day. All of this stuff is gradually preparing people's mind to take that device. That's what it all goes back to, right? But like I said, you'll only be able to see these things if the Lord dealing with you, man, because if the Lord's spirit ain't on you, like a lot of people, they're deceived. They have no idea what's going on and what's coming. Ultimately, a lot of these people, man, like I said, that's why so many people gonna take it, right? Right, we're gonna go up. It says, but when designed to work together, their combined potential grows exponentially, right? It said, World Bank, how intolerable digital public infrastructure can transform fast payments, right? August 2025. It says the goal of combining fast payment systems with digital identity schemes is to create a common technical and governance framework that is interoperable between governments, business, and users, right? So you brothers and sisters basically got a gist of the article, But this is what's coming, man. All of these things are leading up to the CHIP, right? That's what is all being led up towards, man. You see? And I'm actually go to Revelation chapter 14 because, like I said, there's going to be a penalty to pay for the people that take this device when it does get mandated. You see, if you take this device, you're going to be destroyed. That just is what it is, man. You see, by thermonuclear missiles and laser beams from the chariots. That's what you're going to face if you take this device, right? The Lord is going to punish you, man, right? And that's why I pray for us, hopeful elect brothers and sisters that are sincere, that the Lord be with us in this time. You see, and that's why we want to keep the faith as well, because what it says in, let me grab that real quick, Revelation 3:10. right? In the KJV, it said, because thou, right, because this is the elect, they're going to keep the patience, as it said, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, which goes into suffering, you see, keeping the faith, enduring. I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. You see, the Lord is going to keep his elect, man. You see, he's going to keep them through this hour from not receiving this device. You see, he's going to make a way for them, man, right? Everybody else, they're not going to have the faith to believe. That's why they're going to take it. You see, it says, which shall come upon all the world, because it's coming upon all the world, to try them, which means to test them that dwell upon the earth. But like I said, the elect are going to pass the test. Everybody else is going to be lining up in long lines, miles long, to receive a chip. Right. And like I said, you're going to be destroyed. You know, Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man or woman worship the beast and his image and receive his charagma in his forehead or in his hand, right, verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, righteous anger. You see, and we know that those ICBM missiles is the Lord's indignation, man. You see, it tells you that in Jeremiah chapter 50, I believe verse 33, if I'm not mistaken, the Lord said that those are the weapons of his indignation, right? And he shall be tormented with fire, right, and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, which is our brothers on the right-hand side that are going to be accompanying Lord Yahushua, who's going to be in the fathership. You see, the biggest chariot of them all that the prophet Edris seen that was the size of a mountain, right? And in the presence of the Lamb, which is our Lord Yahushua, man. So like I said, if you take this device, hey, it's over for you, man. You see, and that's why we just pray and hope, Abaratazah, that we don't receive it, that we don't take it, because we know ultimately what's going to be the penalty for that, man. And it ain't going to be nice, right? But, you know, that's pretty much everything I had to say with today's video. Abaratazah, I pray it be edifying to you brothers and sisters that come across it. With that being said, I'm going to end the lesson by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushua, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash, and double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone that rule well and that teach well while I learn this truth 100% according to the Bible. To the next time, I'm going to say Kwan Yasharala and Shalom to the elect.